Hello everyone, welcome back to the weekly Forex analysis. Let's get going and start off with the DXY. And as you can see, the dollar index is in the same spot that it was last week. The only difference is that it took out this low before resuming the uptrend. It did this twice, first tagged it and now the second time just broke it with the wick. So the correction is still here like I was expecting. If you remember, I was suggesting you guys, if you want to look for a buy setup, wait for a break of structure, as you can see by the arrow on the screen, followed by a pullback and then continuation. This will be the scenario that I would like to see for me to be encouraged about the buyers entering the market again. So the way things are looking, same scenario. Let's wait here for a reaction. The price can continue to drop, making small corrections, drop again. But at some point, I'm gonna expect the price to shoot up, at least for a deeper degree correction, no matter how much this will go down. So be prepared for this outcome. At the moment, nothing happening. I want to see first a breakout of this trend line. And if we see a consolidation, there is a chance that we might be heading back up, taking out the previous level and create a chalk, and afterwards to see a shift in trend. For Euro USD, last week we were expecting the price to make a small consolidation and then continue the uptrend, creating a new higher high. Instead, the price dropped more than expected and then pushed back up, eventually taking out the previous top, creating a new higher high. And as things stand in the coming week, I'm expecting the momentum to slow down a bit. We can see the price dropping from this level and now it's ranging, so I'm expecting an ending structure here before a consolidation, which means that the price will break out of this trend line, consolidate below, and then continue towards the downside before resuming the uptrend. Okay, for pound USD, we're expecting a consolidation and then a continuation of the uptrend. And as you can see, our analysis was spot on. The price moved 190 pips towards the upside, creating a new higher high. And as things stand, we have this trend line. The price is heading towards it, but I'm expecting a breakout, take out the previous level, create a break of structure, pull back, and then another drop towards this liquidity level. So keep this in mind. If you see the price breaking the previous swing low, correcting, then there's a likelihood that we will eventually hit this area as a pullback. Remember that this is a strong uptrend and it needs to correct, so the market will prepare us for the next wave up. For dollar yen, last week we're expecting a consolidation, then a continuation towards the upside, and as you can see, we got the consolidation, then a breakout, then the FOMC news event came, pulled back, collected a lot of orders sitting below, then resumed the uptrend, and now the price is starting to drop again. We are now at the trend line and we expect the price to either recover from the current levels, take out this top, either make a small consolidation, drop one more time towards this liquidity area before pushing back up. So keep in mind these two options. For USDCAD, last week we were expecting the price to make a consolidation, pull back down, take out the previous lower low, and as you can see, the price moved 160 pips to our direction. And now in the coming week, we expect the MACD to give us a crossover, which means that we will see a bit more bullish momentum. And if this is followed by a strong bearish reaction and a small consolidation, this will drop one more time to take out the low again, creating a triple divergence on the MACD, or it could continue its way up because this follows a very strong downtrend and needs to correct a bit deeper on the higher time frame. So this could become a deeper consolidation and the price could start gaining some bullish momentum, something similar with what we had here, but on a bigger scale, which means that we will see more movement towards the upside if this scenario occurs. Pound yen was another good forecast for us. If you remember last week, we were expecting the price to pull back towards the trend line before resuming the uptrend, taking out the previous top, creating a higher high. And as you can see, the market moved almost 600 pips in our direction. After we broke this top, you can see that the trend line was broken. And now we should carefully watch the price action, because if this decides to correct, which won't be enough in my opinion, but after the correction is over, we'll give you a reaction towards the downside and this will drop one more time, retesting these levels before potentially heading back up. But we have to focus on this outcome first to see if this happens, or there's also a likelihood that the price might slow and steady create a bear trap here, and with a slow price action movement we can see the price taking out the previous top again, and this will only be a bear trap, only a sharp drop as a pullback before the price will resume the uptrend again. Okay, gold, last week we were expecting the price to pull back a bit before continuation. So as you can see, the price moved up in our direction but didn't give us a pullback. The price price trended the whole way up. It only corrected in the direction of the trend this time. So we got a new all-time high, and the way things are looking this week, I'm expecting a consolidation potentially towards this first trend line, or if things might get worse, we can see the price dropping a bit more before resuming the uptrend. Overall, we are in a strong uptrend. This was the all-time high, so I don't see any reason why this will stop here. So it's very important right now to wait for a consolidation, either a bigger one like this, either a pullback towards the trend line before continuation and a new higher high. Silver, another good one. We were expecting the price here to consolidate before resuming the uptrend. This was the first scenario, and the second scenario was that if the price wants to pull back a bit deeper, the trend line was the area to watch for a reaction towards the upside. As you can see, the market moved 225 pips to our direction, and for the coming week we expect consolidation, another drop, and then we have to pay close attention to a trend line reaction if the price will resume the uptrend or if it will create something a bit deeper here. It also depends on what gold will do, how long gold will pull back. So it's very important to also keep an eye on gold and the momentum that's developing. So keep in mind these two options. Overall, we are in a bigger time frame uptrend, so everything that goes towards the downside for silver and gold is only a pullback, it's not a reversal. So don't get scared if you see the price spiking down, because at some point it will resume the uptrend, so no need to freak out. For oil, last week we were expecting the price to consolidate and then push back up, break this area, creating a higher time frame chalk. Instead, the price only took out the top, collected the liquidity, and then it started to drop, and it stopped around these levels here. So very important next week is to wait for the price action, because if this drops then comes back up again creating a range, then there's a likelihood that this will continue down. If not, if this will continue to gain slow and steady bullish momentum, then most likely will take back the top, create a break of structure, higher high, and eventually head towards the previous lower high and create a higher time frame chalk. For S&P, we were expecting the price to pull back a bit deeper towards the trend line before resuming the uptrend. Instead, the price trended towards the upside, and we didn't got any setup. But in the coming week, I'm expecting at some point the market to drop and continue the uptrend. We also have a similar scenario in play as last week for the price to hit the trend line before resuming the uptrend, something similar to this pattern, this pullback. So if you get that, you can wait for it to develop and then you can trade it towards the upside. For NASDAQ, similar scenario, we're expecting the price to continue the uptrend, and as you can see, we got a new local higher high, and it's looking like the price now is starting to correct. We will be looking at this trend line for a potential reaction, or if you will create a deeper pullback, then wait for a breakout of the trend line, pull back, another drop before continuation. So keep in mind these two scenarios, but personally I think the price will drop only towards the trend line before resuming the uptrend. Other than that, I think it's a bit far off at the moment, so we have to take this first scenario in play. For Bitcoin, our analysis was spot on. We were expecting the price to continue to push back up, hitting the 65k level, and as you can see, we got this consolidation, then the price started to push back up, creating slow and steady higher highs, and eventually breaking out of this area. So in the coming week, I expect the price to pull back again, continue to trend towards the upside, and create a new higher high. Next target is the $68,000 level, so keep an eye on this target. But first, like I was saying, wait for a pullback. There's some liquidity to collect here, come back down to the previous correction area, and then resume the uptrend. Okay, so with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe to our channel. And if you have any other requests for any other instruments that you'd like us to cover, hit the comment section below, leave us your pair, and we'll add them to our watch list. In the meantime, don't forget to trade with care, and I wish all of you a happy trading week ahead. See you on the next one.